Hey, back again. It's Claude Johnson, and hope you're doing great. I've got some blues songs I want to show you today. And just to give you the little bit of the backstory, how we got here. The last couple years, I've been working on a lot of different stuff with guitar. For a long time, pretty much my bread and butter was, okay, learn a bunch of songs that I want to learn, and then work on my lead playing. And that approach was great for a while, but I got to the point where I could play lead guitar kind of the way I wanted, and I just wasn't sure like what was next. So I at that point I went through a bunch of different phases and studied. I studied a lot of different things, but let's say with the blues, for example, some of the country blues stuff. So that's like kind of country blues style. I learned some of that from Stefan Grossman, whose courses we've sold over the years. Other stuff like from Tommy Flint. Other stuff from other guys like Bill Pyburn. So all that cool kind of virtuosic blues stuff, I studied, but I didn't understand really what I was playing. So I had to keep going and learn a little bit about Travis picking, and I tried to apply that to some of the blues. Well, now I'm using a flat pick. I'll get into that later, but the whole idea of having chords and then either octave or root 5. So, and then I would also study other things like kind of blues jazz style. So those are two different ways to get bass lines. I'm just kind of giving you the background of where I've been coming from and where we're going. So as far as you singing and playing, I've talked about this in the past. It's kind of a 3-step formula. Number one, make sure you get the guitar part down first. Then step 2, sing, but it can be soft singing, whispering, or humming, or whatever, just to get the tempo, the timing, and the pitch. Okay, and then the third step is you actually work on actually sounding good as a singer. And I don't feel qualified to give much advice on that yet, but one thing that definitely did help me is recording myself and just listening back and seeing like where it's working, where it's not working. So I'm gonna be singing these songs for you, and hope I do okay. Tonight, yeah, baby, you're looking good again tonight. You're my kind of woman. I can't wait till tomorrow night. Ah, baby, I wanna will my love to you. Yeah, baby, I wanna will my love to you. You're my kind of baby, you're the one I choose. Okay, so that was Aw Baby by Little Walter. And I'm using a very basic set of chords here. So I got my G7. Now I like to use my thumb. Some guitarists, maybe half guitarists, like to use their thumb, some don't. You can play it like this. This is more like a jazz guitarist would play it. I think that's uncomfortable. I like to just hook my thumb around. Okay? And then I'm going to C9 on the 4 chord. So hopefully you're familiar with like the basic 12-bar structure. Check my my first blues course if you're not. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that, so we got a lot to go through today. But basically, I'm playing a G7 to C9, and then on the turnaround, it's D9, C9, back to the G7, and I'm using this bass note walk up like as a turnaround. So again, this comes from that style where you have a lot of walking bass lines. I think that works great. Even though it looks super simple, it's like almost like a beginner thing. Oh, I'm just playing one note, but it works really well to have an arrangement that has the chords and then some single note bass lines in it. It's actually pretty sophisticated. So now the strum. This feel is kind of like a 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and. And like I was saying in the intro, the most important thing is always going to be the groove. If you check out Stevie Ray Vaughan, one of my favorite blues guitarists, he was so incredible for a lot of reasons, but I'd say the number one reason is because he was just so strong at the groove. And if you watch him play, watch his body, he's just such a powerful sense of groove all the time. Another guitarist to check out is Chris Duarte. The guy plays with his whole body. It's amazing when you watch these guys and not just listen. So there's so much power to be had from trying to do that. And, I'm still working on it. We're all still working on it. But let's try that again. That groove. Now I am doing a little bit of muting, just kind of lifting off real slightly with my fretting hand with my left hand. I am also kind of muting a little bit with my right hand. I don't want to just ring out. That sounds awful. So, you can sit there for an hour and just work on your sound, just strumming. You can also do little half-step slides. Either up or down. If you ever want to just add a little bit of movement, you can do that. Now another thing you can do, when you're on this 9 chord, which by the way, it's I was going to say it's kind of like this version of a C7, but this octave note, you're going to move up 2 frets, and that's what makes it a 9. So you're going from like the octave would be like an 8, and then up to a 9. So the C7 also can sound okay, but the 9 chord just sounds a little bit hipper, a little bit more spicy. So, and what you can do also, see, I got my pinky up here. I can flatten that out and bar the top string, so I also get this. And that, I believe, makes it a 13 chord. No, it just makes it a different kind of. It's just hitting the 5th again. All right. When I go up here, that'd be a 13. But we're not going to get that fancy. So, but sometimes what I'll do is I'll play this. So you're sort of getting that 13th feel. You can also do this one. So these are different elements you can use. What you can do on the one chord, and I didn't use it on that arrangement, but. And you can do the on the 4 chord. Anyway, so back to the song. And then you have the turnaround. And also notice, sometimes I'll do this with instead of using my pick, I'll just stick out my middle finger and kind of brush the strings, just give it a little bit of a lighter touch. There's no like exact science to it. It's not like I'm planning out each time exactly. It's just whatever feels right in the moment. And that's a big part of also having that groove is it'll just kind of inform your ear what to do. So again, let me try to throw that slide thing in there. So that was a little bit tricky because you got to slide and then go into your full chord there. But that's basically it. Let's keep going.